For over 20 years, surgical teams using static foam or rail-based Trendelenburg positioning systems have grappled with a critical challenge during stretcher-to-surgical table patient transfers, particularly during surgical procedures requiring lithotomy. This is because our competitors never sought to understand the impact of their static platforms when used on highly variable surgical table infrastructure. They never sought to understand how the sitting height of a patient, when compared to the surgical table's mid-plate length, impacted routine patient handling and movement requirements. This oversight forced an entire industry of caregivers to lift and move heavy patients 7 to 14 inches on average by hand and sheet. You see, anesthesia staff always prefers their patients to be positioned near the head of the table for safe airway management, while surgical staff wants to place the patient in a lithotomy-ready position further down the table, thereby forcing anesthesia to reach for the airway. This preference by the surgical team was driven by a crucial ergonomic reality. Moving heavy patients down the high-friction foam pad, originally designed to keep the patient from moving when in Trendelenburg, required them to lift the patient entirely off the pad to prevent it from bunching or tearing, posing significant injury risk for staff. Furthermore, after this placement was achieved, staff were then forced to use the same narrow 13-inch wide draw sheet, the standard for the market leader, to roll their heavy patients back and forth just to tuck their arms. As a clinically founded company with over 2 decades of anesthesia experience, we've always questioned the status quo. Achieving precise, reliable patient positioning demands a complex interplay of processes and caregiver roles. Relying on a static foam pad fails to meet these demands. Yet, the industry adapted by normalizing risky makeshift practices, compromising the critical balance of staff and patient safety while eroding safe efficiencies. Cost and brand then took precedence over developing safer processes, in the belief all products were the same. As you can see, they are not. A decade ago, we launched the industry's first integrated patient handling and positioning platforms. Since then, we've delivered 5 major upgrades, each advancing safety, performance, and workflow alignment. Competitor changes have followed in our wake, driven by the impact of our innovations and our unwavering focus on balancing caregiver and patient safety, but more importantly, because of impact on their market share. Infinitus Medical's patented FPLS platform, which is core to our Hadron and Genesis Bywing systems, have redefined standards in the industry. They streamline workflows, provide high reliability, and promote safer patient handling and positioning processes for both patients and staff. Our FPLS design features a fabric-reinforced carrier with 8 handles fused to our proprietary Pneuma foam. This allows teams to position the patient and pad at the head for safe airway access, then facilitates a lift and slide technique into positions like lithotomy, better supporting AORN's safe patient handling guidelines and reducing ergonomic strain and MSD risks. They also ensure better compliance with safe patient handling laws in 10 states. In fact, our products reduce hands-on contact of patients over current competitor processes, improving skin integrity and the reduction of shearing forces. Our Genesis Bywing also standardizes arm adduction while adapting to individual arm anatomy for both width and length. They also allow easy anesthesia access and provide foam pad protection for IV lines and stopcocks. Our standard FPLS models facilitate lift and slide transfers required for positioning patients in lithotomy, while also ensuring rollerboard compatibility for easy transfers from the surgical table to the stretcher, and vice versa. We also offer Pneuma, our new low-profile, compact inflatable assist solution. And finally, our Lift Hadron and Genesis platforms, which can be used with mechanical lift integration. Both our Pneuma and lift options will be widely available in early 2026. We're also the only company in the industry to offer 27-inch wide bariatric platforms, ensuring inclusive ergonomic solutions across patient populations. We believe caregivers should have access to the right tools needed to improve care and safety instead of relying on one-size-fits-all solutions. You see, we design for clinical processes, not market trends or copy and paste commodities for market share. By aligning with real-world workflows, we elevate care enhance safety, and equip caregivers with tools that perform where it matters most. For more information on how we can evolve your standard of care and safety, please visit infinitusmedical.com and schedule a demonstration or trial. And thank you for supporting veteran-owned businesses.